Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you for Sunday, the 26th day of April. Here we go. Today we're going to be discussing the laws about plowing. Now, most of you city folks feel like, don't worry, I never plow on Shabbos, but you know the drill here. It can happen to you in ways that you weren't thinking about. Number one, basically plowing is making a furrow in the ground, which they used to do. Anyone agricultural would do that before putting seeds in the ground. So when you're pushing a stroller or a wheelchair across a mud area, are you guilty of plowing because you're making a furrow in the ground? And you'll be happy to know that the halacha is that it's okay to push a stroller and or a wheelchair across a mud area. And the reason for this is because halachically we view it as that when the wheels roll along the mud, they aren't actually clearing away a furrow. What they're doing is compressing the earth under the spot of the wheel, and that's not the activity of plowing. Plowing was when you actually caused that area to be dug up and lower than the area around it, not when you ran a wheel over it and just compressed it down into what looked like a furrow. It looks like a furrow, but it's not. It's not from clearing away the earth. It's just from compressing one spot. That's not called plowing. Do watch for this, though. If you're sitting in the grass with some friends on Shabbos and you're just carelessly pulling at weeds and stuff that's in the grass, you could be doing all kinds of problems by doing that. It's not a good habit to be in, of course, on Shabbos. One of the things you could be guilty of is plowing, because as you pull up the weeds, you're helping the grass that's remaining grow better, and that would be considered plowing in a form. Dragging heavy chairs across the grass is considered the kind of thing that would be considered plowing, because we know that if it's heavy and you're dragging it across the muddy area, that you're going to cause a furrow in the dragging. That's not the same as a stroller and its wheels. But if you want to pull heavy chairs across the floors of your home, there's no decree on that whatsoever, because our homes are all standardly made of hard carpet or tile or whatever, and so the decree never went onto dragging heavy chairs across the floors of our homes. Incidentally, similarly, dragging chairs across a paved spot in your yard or a patio area in your yard is considered like an extension of your home halachically, and therefore it would be okay to drag chairs across the patio area if it's paved or something like that. If there's a stick in the ground that was just stuck in the ground, and for whatever reason you're pulling it out on Shabbos, a hole, which is like a furrow, is going to develop on that spot, but it is okay. That is not considered a problem, and I'll tell you why. It's because we view it halachically as such that the hole was already there when whoever stuck that stick in before Shabbos. When you pull out the stick, the hole is still there, and it was there anyway, and you didn't make a furrow on Shabbos. However, if it's the kind of situation where you'd be likely to fill it in by kicking some earth into it, then be careful, and you're not allowed to do it, because leveling earth is something that's too close to plowing, and we don't want that to happen. If you have some mud on your shoes and you wanted to scrape them off, you can't do it in any earth area at all, because it comes too close to plowing, but you would be allowed to scrape your shoe on any paved area now when I say scrape, you have to be careful. There's other leather issues with scraping the leather. I don't mean that. I mean scraping the under part of your shoe. If you just want to scrape that along a sidewalk that's paved or something, that's going to be okay on Shabbos. A little embarrassing to discuss this, but the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says that if you stepped into some animal waste, and that's my most polite way of saying it, if you stepped into some animal waste and it's under your shoe on Shabbos, so the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says that because of Kavod Abrios, the honor that we'd love to give people by having that not be a continuous problem on yourself, is that you would be allowed to drag that foot even on an earthy area or a grassy area to have it scrape off from under your shoe, and that would be allowed on Shabbos. So says the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.